Hey guys, Fat Storm for Darth Gaming. Some shocking shit from the CSGO. Key sales are being used to launder money. Well, who would have thought? Of course they fucking are, but still, nonetheless, they say, you know, it's a big problem. I mean, look at this shit. Okay, let's keep on going. Let's have a look at this shit. Valve says nearly all CSGO key sales are being used to launder money. Oh. So what about traders? What about so-called legit traders? Interested in security? No, fuck yourselves. Okay, let's keep on going. Okay. And disabling the ability for CSGO keys to buy and sell container keys. How the fuck are they going to do that? Can't they trade them? Okay. So in other words, you can get loot boxes and then you have to buy a container key that matches the container with real money. Okay, until yesterday, CSGO players could buy it from Valve and then sell it to other players for real money. Cryptocurrency and other in-game perks. Okay, in-game trading system to turn small profits was a way to exchange in-game perks they wouldn't normally be able to collect. Oh, so in a statement published on Monday night, Valve said worldwide fraud networks have recently shifted to using CSGO keys to liquidate their gains. In other words, criminals are using stolen funds to buy CSGO container keys. Really? Okay. Which they sell to partners as a way to lose money trails via the CSGO's in-game economy and subsequently escape law enforcement investigations. Valve said the abuse had become so rampant at this point that nearly all cashless purchases ended up being traded or sold in the marketplace are believed to be fraud sourced. Nearly all of them. Okay. Shit. My God. Okay. The game maker published a CSGO update yesterday that banned the resale of container keys. From now on, only the player who purchases a key can use it, the company. And any keys in existence after this update will no longer be able to be sold. So that any that currently exists are going to be skyrocketing in value as a reaction to this update. Well, we're going to have a look at the community market and see what the value of the keys are. And whether or not maybe I should have a look at this. I mean, look at the key prices of going up. But what Valve is now facing is not unique to the company. Blizzard and Riot Games have been battling in-game currency in order to launder money for years. I hope. Well, my TF2 is probably the next cock on the block. So hopefully we won't get cut off. Anyway, let's have a look at the community market. Okay, we're going to look at the community market here. And the keys. Let's go by price. Let's go price. The lowest ones are the Operation Hydra keys. And they're the least popular. And then a whole lot of $4 keys. So they definitely have, this is Australian dollars. So the keys are still reasonably priced. Some of the other keys are getting more expensive, and as you get up, a CSGO case key, $32. I guess the question is, I mean, keys are going to go up in price, and I guess the question is it worth my while securing some keys at a low price now? Are they going to be something worthwhile in the future for trading, or is it just going to make the whole economy completely fuck itself? This is a dilemma that I have at the moment, whether to collect keys or not. Hey, it's Fat Stormtrooper from Darth Gaming. Before I was, this is 24 hours later after the keys. And you can see here that already you have some keys for $3 Australian down at the lower end, and now they're sort of $4, so it's starting to go up already. And at the top, you've actually got these CSGO case keys, $17 for these case keys, which is increased quite a lot, and a lot more of them on the market. Community sticker. And just have a look at the case keys and see what's happened with the sales. What is happening with the sales? Oh, look at this. October bag. Look at that surge in price. Look at the price go up here. This is the Eddie Valve crate opened up with CSGO key. Let's have a look at this community sticker capsule key. Again, look, there's a peak all across. So prices are peaking on a variety of keys. Even down the lower end, let's go down to the Hydra, which is probably the cheapest key on the market. Again, you've had a re-establishment of a new baseline. So another one that's pretty is a Chroma Case T2 key. One of the ones I've used the most in my trades if I've done them. Again, you've got that sort of this increase, and you know, it's generally $2 for a CSGO key. Now it's a lot more, yeah, it's getting. I mean, I guess the thing is, what else could they use for the currency once these keys are gone? Bearing in mind there are thousands and thousands and thousands of keys in circulation. Well, I mean, the other obvious thing is something like name tags. Name tags are common. They have a value of about 3, and they are something that could be used as a substitute currency in CSGO. And you can see here that the name tag's price has been fairly constant, and it's something that people might start using as currency, the name tag. That's something that I think, I mean, my feeling is you can buy these too, so they may become a surrogate key. What other items might become useful in the setting of CSGO trades and CSGO currencies? Well, there is another obvious key, and that other obvious key, of course, is to do with Team Fortress 2. So Team Fortress 2, the Manco key. So we've got the Manco key. Okay, yes, and you can see that it's had an up and down history, but maybe a little bit of an increase here. Maybe a little bit of an increase, but not much. But the TF2 key is an obvious choice, and there are more than one TF2 keys. I mean, you could also speculate on what items in CSGO may become a store of trade. Now, the things in TF2 that are currently a store of value are the golden frying pan, which typically has a fixed value of around about 1100 keys, or 10050 to 1200 keys. In the past there were buds, but buds were limited in numbers and they didn't hold up and they weren't robust over time. Now if the CSGO keys become largely untradeable, they may actually end up being boxed in by the amount of them available, and therefore people might move to another form of currency, either name tags or over to some TF2s. And just remember, with TF2 there is a whole range of keys that people could use. There are literally a whole lot of keys that can be used as potential currency. So TF2's economy is typically, I think somebody said there was about $60,000 in trade on TF2 per day. On CSGO that might be as high as 600,000. These are just numbers I've just pulled out of what people have told me, or out of my ass, I'm not sure which, but more of what people have told me. And if you actually look at it, it may be that the TF2 market starts to take off again as they start to look for other keys. Now, of course, there are other potential games which may be worthwhile considering as surrogate currencies for trading with CSGO items. You may actually find that people start to move to something like Dota. Dota does have certain items that maybe lend themselves to being currency. So let's just have a look at the items with a lot of quantity. You could go down here and you could find certain items which may be potentially, there are a lot of them, and there's a lot of these guys could end up being potentially, one of them could be a key, an item with a key. If you actually go to some of the other games, I don't think PUBG is very unstable, but I mean certainly PUBG crates and keys are something that I mean the cases are purchasable, and so on the community market, and the keys for them are purchasable. You could also, PUBG keys. Let's have a look at PUBG. Let's have a look at keys. Yay! Here you go. There are 4 keys, and some of them are cheapish chips, and then you've got these other ones, and people could say, well, look, hey, I'm going to take these keys as a marker of my of value, and they could become something which could be used as a CSGO currency for trade. So there are a couple of other things around that would be interesting to watch where they go. We definitely know that the keys for CSGO have increased in price. There's no doubt about that, especially the ones that can open multiple all of the Valve crates. So it is very exciting to see what happens. The knee-jerk reaction of Steam they've done this because they're worried about money laundering, but in principle these guys are gonna find a way. They don't money launder it for CSGO, they'll do it for something else. And if they don't in CSGO, they're unlikely to change their practices where they have all their networks set up when they can simply just change to another measure of value. So I would predict what happens is CSGO keys are used for a period longer, then people start adopting other things like TF2 keys, or something like PUBG keys, or the name tags. So that's my thoughts. People might think I'm full of shit, because I probably am, and I'll leave you with those thoughts. Peace out.